Hello everyone, I hope you've had a really good week. We've had a brilliant week, lots to tell you today. We're reading a really, really good book that we've all bought. We're all taking it into different ways, we're all reading it in different ways. So we're sharing those affirmations, our thoughts with you tonight. So anyway, I'm introducing myself. I'm the lady, Charlotte Townley.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'm with my absolutely awesome, I've got to say absolutely awesome, foursome, the Soulful Four. What a roll. Anyway, off we go.
Hi, I'm Petra Lewington. Nice to see you all again. As Charlotte said, we've got this wonderful book. She's got black, they've got yellow, I've got orange, but it's the same book.
It's not, mine's hardback.
It was written an awfully long time ago.
When was it written? Do we know?
1921.
Oh, was it 21? I thought it was 25.
And but it still all resonates. The language has just changed. So we're going to read a little piece that's resonated with each of us. My friend.
Hi, I'm Wendy Matheson. Had a good week as well. We've all had a good week.
Been amazing, yeah.
And look forward to sharing our little bit of the book. Taryn.
Hi there, I'm Tara O'Brien. I'm not waving this week. No waving. No. They all took the piss out of me because I went last week.
It was more.
You were correct.
I
was nervous. I was really nervous.
The
She
short-
kept saying absolutely.
Absolutely. The shoes-
We've got t-shirts coming.
We had a little break and I pointed out how many times she'd said absolutely.
It was quite a few, I know.
Right on my nerve.
It's my favourite word.
Absolutely.
It is now.
Absolutely, all week. Every message, absolutely, we agree, Charlotte.
We're getting t-shirts made with
Every day, we're gonna absolutely smash this shit.
Absolutely.
the absolutely wave.
Right, we're off track, girls. Where are we at?
The book.
Anyway.
Okay. So the book is. What's the name of the book?
The name of the book is The Game of Life and How to Play It. Winning Rules for Success and Happiness. It's only a little skinny one. You can
And who's
easily
the
get through
author?
this. But we did want to mention that this isn't a book club. It's just that this week we all felt something had resonated. It's by Florence Scovel Shinn, a nice American lady. Now I'd like to start off by just reading the very, very first piece of the first chapter.
Okay, go for it.
So, most people consider life a battle, but it's not a battle, it's a game. It's a game, however, which cannot be played successfully without the knowledge of spiritual law, which teaches us that it is a great game of giving and receiving. Whatever a man sows, that shall he also reap. This means that whatever man sends out in word or deed will return to him. What he gives, he will receive. If he gives hate, he will receive hate. If he gives love, he will receive love. If he gives criticism, he will receive criticism. If he lies, he will be lied to. If he cheats, he will be cheated. We are also taught that the imaging faculty plays a leading part in the game of life. Keep your heart, which is your imagination, with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. This means that what man images sooner or later externalises in his affairs. I think I'm going to stop there and I'm going to hand over to Wendy because she's going to read not quite the next bit but nearly the next bit.
Just explain why that resonated with you.
Well, it's something that's come to me in later life that when I was younger I was quite out all for me. I lost my mum when I was very tiny, and then my dad married the Wicked Witch of the North, which didn't help anybody. And so I left home as soon as I could on my 18th birthday, and I was all for me and all for my family, my husband, who I found quite quickly, and my sons. And I didn't really care much for anyone else, and I was always ready to push other people out of the way, put them down, and I realise now the massive error of my ways. I hope this is not sounding cringy and very, very shallow like my
No, it
last
doesn't
week's
at all.
one did.
It actually is making me feel a bit emotional because
Okay, so I hadn't realised that I needed to be kind to get kindness back, and that I needed to give to receive. I was very, well, I suppose I was tight. I don't.
it's all conscious, isn't it?
I
It's
don't-
not a.
I don't ever. I mean, I have struggled, but not for very long or really big struggles like lots of people suffer from. But I have always been tight. I've not been super generous until the last years, and I am now.
Really? Because
I am
very
you're
generous.
I am very generous. I'm very kind. I love everybody now. I don't judge people or put them down. But I didn't realise that in my early life. And so if there's people out there that this helps to realise this sooner than I did, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
that's what it's all about for us, isn't it? Just trying.
And I've heard that. I mean, it's out of the Bible, and I've heard it since I was a child. Especially as what a man sows, so he shall reap.
Yeah.
And still it didn't really hit home. It needs to be more modern day English, more explained as well, and you have to trust. You have to trust that that is so, and once you start doing it, you'll see that it is so.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, I agree.
Very nicely read.
So, wait,
Thanks, I
wait,
do
you
read
next.
for a living.
Wait, you gonna go next?
You do indeed.
Or is it me?
So yeah, what resonated with you?
It's
Wen?
you, because yours is the next piece in the book, really.
So, what resonates with me, and it's a bit of a fun one, really. I mean, the bit that I'm going to read to you isn't very fun, but I'll tell you my little story. But this is the excerpt. It says, for example, a woman I know, when a child, always made believe she was a widow. She dressed up in black clothes and wore a long black veil, and people thought she was very clever and amusing. She grew up and married a man with whom she was deeply in love. In a short time he died, and she wore black and a sweeping veil for many years. The picture of herself as a widow was impressed upon the subconscious mind, and in due time worked itself out regardless of the havoc created. The conscious mind has been called mortal, or the carnal mind. So this resonates with me because when I was a little girl, a very little girl, about 4, I always wanted to be a secretary. Don't ask me why a secretary at 4 years old, I have no idea. And about 8 or 9, my dad bought me a petite typewriter, and it was quite a nice little typewriter. And I used to fly along on this typewriter. Nothing ever made sense. And I loved it. And I used to pretend I was secretary. I would be my dad's secretary. He would be my boss. And I loved it.
Did you water his busy Lizzie?
I don't know what I did, but all I did was type.
And that's what you do.
And that's what I did. And I've gone through, from 16 years old, I was a clerk typist. And I went from clerk typist to secretary, to senior secretary, to PA, to executive assistant, gone up the ranks. All my life I've loved
Is that
my
all
job.
you've done?
That's
since
all I've done.
day dot?
That is all I've
Do
done.
you still love typing?
Love it.
Do you? Are you
Yeah.
fast?
Are you
Yeah.
super quick? Oh,
Yeah.
you see,
I
I'm
love
like
it.
I'm like a 2-fingered bandit.
No, because I learned to type at school. I learned to type at school.
It's really funny because
And
the
did
one
business
thing
studies.
I knew I didn't want to be was a secretary. And when we did typing at school, I said, "There's no point me learning typing because I'm never going to be a secretary."
See, I loved it. That was my favourite. Business studies, office studies, business studies were my favourite lessons. I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Loved
nice.
it.
It goes to show
Yeah.
your
Yeah, that's
purpose,
what I
isn't
was
it?
born to do.
Yeah.
Born
A bit
to do.
sad, I know, but there you
No,
go.
It's not
it's
sad.
I thought it was a
It's
little bit fun.
No, it's cute.
It's funny
just goes
because
to show.
until I realised about manifesting and you know, your imaging faculty that we just started on, I didn't know that I had happened things in my life, because I, from a young girl, wanted to get married in the snow,
Yeah.
and I wanted 3 boys, and I got 4 boys. But I got married in the snow, not just a little flutter, but over your shoes amount. And I had a boy a year for the next 3 years. So very, very lucky. But I have thought about that and drawn my wedding dress and planned my wedding day since I was really small. So it must have been in my mind too, mustn't it?
Must have.
And happened it
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, baby.
But I've read this book 5 times,
Wow.
and I read it again. Just this one chapter today, and it wasn't until I read it today that it hit me.
Yeah.
That little bit, just I thought, oh wow.
The thing is,
I
your
always
consciousness and awareness grows.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Most
That's
definitely.
what that means.
But every time, I said to you, didn't I, when I first read the book, every time you read this book, something else
Something
jumps
else
out.
comes at
Yeah.
you.
Something
Yes.
jumps out at you. It's amazing. It's like you've not read it before. It's weird.
And it's good if you can get over the old-fashioned language. It's a really, really good one for giving examples of everything. So,
Because it relates to everyone out there, doesn't it?
but after it's said something, it gives an example, or she gives an example.
And there's lots of affirmations in the book as well that
You
make.
love them, don't you?
I love an affirmation, but they're good as well, and they work. They do work.
The thing is, if a book can be published in 1920 and
Still
still
going.
Yeah, still going
and
strong.
still going strong and influencing people's lives, there must be an element of truth
Yeah.
in
There's
it.
different versions.
You know.
She's written other books as well, hasn't she? Because you combine a
This is
set.
the only
Oh,
one
an
I've-
itchy nose.
I've read.
Excuse me.
So,
Okay.
for you, Charlotte?
Yeah, well, I've got mine in hardback, so I'm
She's the
posh.
posh. She's the posh one, yeah.
So I've only got mine actually the other day, and I couldn't put it down. And I got in today from work, and I started reading it, and a bit just keeps coming back to me. So this is what I want to read because it actually relates to me, and I found it quite upsetting when I was reading, and I put the book down numerous times. I had to walk away and came back to it. So just bear with me, and I'm going to read out this little part today. So a woman came to me in deep distress. The man she loved had left her for another woman and said he never intended to marry her. She was torn with jealousy and resentment and said she hoped he would suffer and would make him suffer. How could he leave me when I loved him so much? I replied, you're not loving that man, you're hating him, and added, you can never receive what you've never given. Give a perfect love and you'll receive a perfect love. Perfect, it's got to be perfect for this man. Give him the perfect, unselfish love, demanding nothing in return. Do not criticise or condemn, and bless him wherever he is. She replied, no, I won't bless him unless I know where he is. Well, I said, that is not real love. When you send out real love will return to you, either from the man or his equivalent. For if this man is not the divine selection, you will not want him, as you are one with God. You are one with the love which belongs to you by divine right. Several months passed and matters remained about the same, but she was working all the time, creating, not to be cruel and to attracting his emotions. And she was praying each day and kept saying, salute this divinity in this man, and I say, I divine your divine self only. I see you as God sees you, perfect, made in his image and likeness. She was becoming more poised and gradually less resentment. He was a captain, and she always kept him the cap. One day she said suddenly, God bless the cat wherever he is. I replied, now that is real love. I was moving at that time and did not have a telephone, so I was out of touch with her. And then I received a letter saying she got married to him. She said it was a miracle. One day I woke up and all the suffering had ceased. I saw him that evening and he asked me to marry him.
Oh,
There you go. So yeah,
so what
it's
you with that?
it's because I think especially when you're younger, you sort of get something, then you decide, is it really for you? Is it not for you? And then when it all goes wrong, you resent it and you become maybe angry, bitter, jealousy, all those emotions come up. And then you actually, which is totally, I mean, it's totally normal for you to feel like that. But actually, the true thing is to actually wish that person well. And if you do want them back into your life, channel it in
Or
the
the
right way.
equivalent of that love.
Yeah.
Or
Or that
not
person.
resent it.
Yeah.
It's really
So-
difficult to do though,
And
isn't it?
actually, I found that really hard to read.
Yeah, it's really, but it's difficult to do. It's difficult
It is.
to not resent the person that's hurt you the most, isn't it?
The thing is, all they're reflecting back to you though is what you truly believe, and that's
we know that now.
That's the hard bit
Yeah.
to swallow. Is you have to own your shit. You have to own your beliefs. You have to go, right, I must be thinking certain things about that person rather than seeing them as perfect.
That's what
and
divine
what
does.
they-
Yeah.
yeah. So
And it, channeling it in the right way.
because we can only see the aspect of them that is the mirror.
Yeah.
You know, because some people will go, oh my gosh, that person's like an amazing person, they're so kind, they're so friendly, and you think, how the fuck do you see that? Because I just see a twat. But that's because of your twatness.
Yeah.
Does that make
It's
sense?
a new word.
But
yeah.
you have to own that and go, right, well, I must be thinking of him as a twat to be able to see him in that light. And it's only in your own perception of that person that you're like, okay, they're mirroring back to me what I believe.
But what you give out when you become kinder or when you think differently, it all comes back to you in a different way.
Yeah, definitely.
And absolutely it does.
Absolutely.
I'll get that one in.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But that's really hard to read
Yeah.
because it hit home and life lessons.
Definitely. We're all learning, aren't we?
Yeah, we are all learning.
And what's your part of the book?
Right, my part of the book is, let me get the glasses on.
Did you notice we all needed our glasses?
No, we keep taking them on off.
I know.
We've been over 40 because we are all just over 40.
Only
Naughty
just,
40.
Just over 40.
40.
So,
I'm a long way over 40.
the little passage that I read out of the first chapter in this book, we're only like 3 pages in, was, there is a perfect picture of this in your superconscious mind that usually flashes across the conscious as an unattainable idea, something too good to be true. So what really resonated with me with this was that over the years, I've always, well, since I was very, very young, I've always understood that the world is abundant, like truly, truly abundant. So the thought of having houses across the world, travelling in a private jet and all the rest of it was in my mind's eye. But then you go to your family and you go to your friends and you go, oh my gosh, I've had this idea of doing this or doing that, and I've always been in business, so it allowed me to believe it was obtainable, because if you had a certain business that would allow that to come in, or you earn enough money or whatever. So for me, it's not about the private jet or as such, it's about the abundance of the world. So if you look at every creature in the world, as long as humans aren't fucking about with it, they live abundantly. They live exactly how they're meant to live. There is no lack. Yes, there's the whole, cycle of how we survive. They'll have survival skills, so something has to eat, something to live, and so on and so forth. That's natural thing of being on the human plane, but they don't live in lack. They don't live in. If you watch, the thing that really, really fucking hit me was I was watching a David Attenborough. Sorry, I'm going quite a fucking track here, but I need to explain it. The David Attenborough program, and it had no sound on it, and there was this bear, and it was came out of hibernation. I was looking for food, and it had its little cubs with it, and blah blah blah. And I was watching it, and the bear was just roaming around, just doing what it instinctively needed to do to survive.
Bear stuff.
Yeah, bear stuff, and it knew exactly what it needed to do to survive. And then I turned up the volume, and I was listening to David Attenborough speak, and it was all about how dreadful the bear felt and all the rest of it. And all of a sudden, I started feeling sorry for the bear, and I thought, shit, I didn't think that about the bear before. The bear just looked like it was doing what it needed to do until the human voice came in and went, oh, look at that poor bear struggling, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, that's what our mind does. It likes to tell us the story of struggle. We have these visualizations of what we can achieve, and then our minds click in, or the people around us click in, and they go, it's all about suffering and blah, blah, blah. So the whole point I'm trying to say is that you have a desire or something that comes into your conscious mind, and then your human mind or your programming tells you can't do it. But it is obtainable as long as you believe it is. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it does.
Absolutely.
Just going to hit each other now. Which we normally do in interval time only, not when it's live. That's why I've got a hardback. This is a weapon for protection.
Of self-destruction.
Yeah.
I could get you with my spine.
But no, it's a really, really good book, and I can't wait.
Why is yours so fat?
Because
it's
all
hard,
the
though.
boys.
Because it's a posh one, but I can't wait to read more of it.
I've read it all. I'm ploughing through a second time, and you do miss so much.
Yes,
The first time you find new things, even though I read every word, and I read quite slowly because I like to take every word in, and I'm still finding things that I either don't remember or didn't see the first time through.
You'll find that every time you read it, though.
Yeah.
You'll find different things jump out at you, and like that thing, that little one for me today. Like I said, I've read it 5 times, and
It's never pinged down.
never ever
Resonated with you. My
Never
granddaughter
pinged down.
decided to draw us forward.
Beautiful, an artiste in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely to keep.
So can anyone think of things that they've thought about in their imagination, and then they know it's come to pass, it's happened?
Well, my wedding,
Well, your wedding, yeah.
my boys.
How about you, Charlotte?
Can I be last on this one?
They haven't really answered it though.
We've
I'll
done
still
it.
be last.
Have you got anything else, Petra?
Once we were on holiday, I get a thing on the bottom of my feet, on the soles of my feet. I don't actually get it anymore because I manifested it away. But it was little
Magic cream.
blisters that came on the soles of my feet. My eldest son gets it as well, and it itches like there's nothing you can do when it's itching except for tear the bottom of your foot to pieces. And I always had open wounds and bleeding cuts on the bottom of my feet, and I know it was horrible. Well, you saw it, didn't you? And and we were on holiday, and I like to walk in the mornings on holiday before breakfast with my husband. And we were walking along, we were quite a long way from our hotel, and it was a sandy, gravelly, horrible sort of track. And the thong broke out of my. They weren't flip flops. They were actually Crocs, but they were a thong with a back piece. So comfortable. Got an armpit now. And the thong broke.
We'll put the link down below.
Get 3 for 2 at the moment.
They're called Sexy, actually.
Oh, really?
And
That's why she's got them.
yeah. And anyway. anyway, it broke, and so I didn't have a shoe, and it was on the bad foot, and I didn't know what to do. And my husband offered me his shoe, but I couldn't walk with one great big size 10 trainer.
That looked nice.
And all I wanted was
Far from it.
to find a shoe. I only needed one, but two would have been great. Anyway, we'd walked for miles, and all the grip was going in the cuts, and it was horrible. And I found a pair of flip-flops on the side of the beach. It was like the sea, the beach, the track we were on, and then the hotels. And I found a pair of flip-flops, and I was like, oh my God, there's a pair of flip-flops there. But because they weren't mine, I chose not to take them, because I thought of someone coming out of the sea and not being able to find their flip-flops. But I think now, thinking back, I think I did manifest them.
Yeah, they were
meant for me, but I didn't take them.
Oh, so you just hobbled around.
Yeah.
The rest of the...
Managed to get home on the grassy bits, gritting my cuts.
Actually, this is a bit shallow, but then I was manifesting.
No judgment here, by the way.
No.
But you are quite shallow.
Well, only sometimes. I was manifesting one evening. I was out and they had a raffle, and I was manifesting.
This is shallow.
It is, but I was really, because I thought,
She really wanted the bath salts.
no, I'm more than the bath salts. I was actually, because I thought, is this really going to work? And all night I manifested. I said, I want the top prize, and I won it.
Oh, well done.
What was it? Bath salts?
It was a nice, it was a wine cooler
Oh.
with some glasses, and I gave it actually to my daughter. But
How amazing to be in your vibrational frequency of wine.
yeah, absolutely. But then
Absolutely.
Oh, God. Sorry.
But no, this is how powerful it is. This is what I'm saying. It's okay. It was a bit shallow, but it
But
worked.
why is it shallow? Why is that shallow?
Well, people say, well, she manifested a wine cooler, but it was very nice. My daughter
There's nothing
loved
wrong
it.
with that. It's called life.
Yeah.
I'll manifest car parking spaces.
Yeah, I've done a couple of them, and green lights.
Oh yeah, you do green lights all the way back from Tarrins.
I do car parking spaces.
I
You
do
do.
actually for traffic. I just think, please get me there on time. If there's a heavy traffic and you don't want to be
Just
late.
go chill out, and there's only ever one time,
Yeah.
and that's divine
So-
timing.
Do you think I do grandchildren?
Yes.
That's
definitely.
I was desperate for grandchildren. No,
Just
just
keep
coming.
popping them out one by one.
Keep
I'm
going.
just like the Brady Bunch. Actually bigger than the Brady Bunch.
So I want to share with you one of my experiences of manifestation. This was when I was first made homeless, which was not the most pleasant experience in the world. But I had true faith that there is something more than us that is divinely guiding us. And I was at the petrol station, and I had £70 in my bank account, but I needed to do two things with that £70. One of them was go and get some food for my children, and the other one was to fill up my car. And I needed to fill up my car with fuel because I was doing a lot of travelling around, like just because of moving and everything else. So I remember being at the gas pump, and I was I just had that moment of complete surrender, and I went, you know what? Because I'm not religious in the whole God side of things, but I do believe we are divinely guided, whatever you want to call it, whether it be God, the universe, or whatever else it is. I do believe we're guided and protected and loved unconditionally. So I decided at that point to go, you know what, I'm just going to fill up my car, and I believe that my food will come, whatever it is. So I filled up my car, and I went inside the petrol station, and a man just walked up to me and went, I've paid for your fuel. And I stood there absolutely gobsmacked.
Catching.
It's catching.
Manifesting.
It's manifesting. And I sobbed my eyes out because I knew that I'd been blessed and manifested that. And everyone in the petrol station was like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" I'm like, "Oh, you should pay for my funeral, blah."
You pay for mine.
Well, you can. He was like a right little earth angel. He wasn't even driving.
Oh.
Well,
Bless
yeah, you said he
him.
was
Remember
walking.
he
He
was
was walking. Off he
Yeah, he
went
bought a
with his-
sausage roll.
Yeah,
It cost him
he went
70
with
quid.
his bloody pasty or whatever it was he was eating, and I just never forget the conversation I had in my head and what manifested out of that. I was like, fucking hell, that is incredible. And that's what it's about, is understanding that we're not alone. To me, anyway.
That's so kind.
There's more. There are earth angels walking around all the time, ready to bless us and help us along our way.
Most definitely.
Oh, what a lovely story.
Thanks. It was lovely. It was really such a twat.
I'll say it's a lovely story.
Yeah.
Can we do questions and answers now? I like that.
You should like that a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Who's going first?
A friend of mine messaged me today and said, I need to ask you something about Reiki. Petra here does Reiki, so she's going to have to answer this one. How does Reiki, how is it different from the mind to the body?
What, as a giver or as a receiver?
As a receiver.
As a receiver. It's really hard for me to say because I've only done Reiki 1 and 2. I'm not a master or anything. And I do it mostly for myself and the kids and the grandchildren. I do the babies when, they're not even looking. I did my son's dog once and got rid of an eye infection that the vets couldn't get rid of. So I would say it's more body, much more body
Okay.
than mind. For me, it's a lot of mind.
Yeah, but how does it get into the body if you think about it? You
Yeah.
can't reach the body unless it goes through the mind. So it
Yeah,
has to be
and
mind
I
first.
have found that if people are really willing to not just believe it but accept your healing, it
Yeah.
works a lot better than people who aren't.
Yeah, if you're a believer.
Yeah.
So they say about Jesus, and
So it
they-
must be through your mind. It must be through your mind.
Must be both.
so it's accepting it, isn't it? You
Yeah.
have to. So the people that, you look at biblical texts and all the rest of it, the people that believed they could be cured, they were. But if you don't believe it, you can't be.
Mm.
Because there'll be loads of people that go to Reiki and be like, I wasn't cured.
Yes,
Mm,
but that,
it's a load of
that
fucking
comes down
shit.
to faith again, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It all comes down to faith.
Yeah.
it's about your belief patterns. It's
Yeah.
about, so it has to be a mind thing first before it
Mm.
affects your body.
Yeah.
You feel it in your body, which is the bit that goes, oh, it worked.
Mm.
But it has to come through, and it has to be accepted first before anything else takes place. Otherwise,
Yeah.
do you not think?
It definitely does, yeah. And I've never
Absolutely.
really.
Don't keep saying it because it takes us off track.
I've never really thought about it before
Mm.
now, and I should have
Yeah,
done.
it's just somebody asked me today. I thought, interesting question.
Yeah, so it has to be accepted by the mind
It must be mine
and the heart.
because I touch. Some people don't touch when they do it; they hover.
Mm.
But I
Energy.
touch, and you feel heat, tingling, all sorts of sensations in your palms. And I also, if I shut my eyes, I also see things. But
We see colours as well.
But
don't
doesn't
we?
it
I
show
see
that is
colours.
vibrational and frequency?
it does
Because there's nothing
Absolutely.
physical.
I said it.
It's catching.
But it just shows that it's vibration and frequency foremost and first and everything really.
It must be.
And then it's whether our body blocks it or our mind blocks it, which allows us to experience it or not.
Accept it, otherwise. And it's got to be mind now. The more you think about it, it's got to be mind because you can do distant healing.
Yeah, you can.
And I've done some really successful.
There's nothing
distant
physical about that, is
Nothing
there?
physical.
And we know from doing healing through ourselves that it works. And it's only because we have such faith that it works that we receive that blessing. Do you not think?
Good question, right?
Yeah,
Very
it was a
good
good question.
Any more questions?
You got any questions?
So my one was, I can't remember. How do you know, or how can you tell the difference? Or no, sorry. My
What was the
memory is
question
terrible.
from?
It was it was.
It was
It's a good one.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It was a really good one.
She said it
It was,
earlier.
how do you recognise the voice of your higher
Oh,
self?
that was it.
That was it. I knew I'd get there in the end. Yes. How do you recognise the voice of your higher self?
So I would say the voice of your higher self is always about empowerment. It's about love. It's about being your best self. So anything that's telling you you can't do it or is fear based. Anything that's fear based is normally your ego. Well, only your egoic mind, because everything's possible. We all know that everything's possible if you believe it is. So if you're listening to your higher self, the thing is your egoic mind speaks so fucking loudly, it's hard to hear your higher self. So the only times it creeps in is when you have those moments of either meditation, where you quiet the egoic mind, or those moments of like when you look out and you go, oh my gosh, isn't this world beautiful? Or you're in the shower and you're just enjoying the shower, or you know, where your body relaxes and your mind
Somewhere
relaxes,
peaceful, isn't it?
and it's just in the moment of enjoying it, whether it be driving. So I normally get it when I'm driving, and I'll creep in and I'll be like, oh fucking hell, like, that's the answer. It's like when I was looking for my passport everywhere and it was in your car, so I was looking for it everywhere, and I thought, right, it will come up, you know, I know that it's here, I just need to know where it is. And I was hoovering, you know, when you just like hoovering and you're not really thinking about anything, but that's what's happening. And I was like, oh, it's in Rian's glove box, it's in Wendy and Rian's glove box. And that's when your higher mind, it's really, really subtle and it's gentle. That's your higher mind speaking to you. Your higher mind doesn't talk in words, it talks in, oh, that's where it is.
And it's heartfelt.
Yeah,
It's
just a
heartfelt,
knowing.
gut. It is just a knowing.
Yeah.
And that to me is your higher mind. Your ego, the ego is the blah, 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 you're talking, you're having that conversation. You've spoken about that recently, Petra, where you're like, I'm literally arguing in my head. That's your ego, that's your egoic mind, that's your survival system. Your higher mind is gentle and it's like instant. It's an instant.
It's like logical.
It's like, oh, of course that's where it is. Oh, of course that's where I need to go. Sort of thing.
Logical.
That's your higher mind.
So
To me, anyway.
so really then, so that's answered my question as well, because I wanted to know
It's
that.
gentle. It's really
It's
gentle.
the knowing. It's the knowing in you, isn't it? It's that. Yeah.
It's really, really gentle. It's
You just know.
You just know. You just know. You know.
You know, you
Yeah,
know.
it's a bit like this podcast. None of us questioned it. Our egos kicked in and we were a bit nervous. We've discussed that, haven't we? Like, oh my gosh, well, what if people say this? But we had a knowing, like, it's just where we're meant to be. The knowing was way, way stronger than the mind.
I'm the least nervous person, and I was the most nervous about this.
Are you?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so but the thing is, your knowing knew.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Pitched up anyway. Fear of missing out, really.
Yeah. She's fear of missing out on the nuts and the crisps.
You like a mouthful of that, don't you?
Oh
Only on a Thursday.
goodness me.
Only on a first day. Move on.
Yeah, moving on from that, as I said, Thursday. Anyway, next question.
Oh,
Have you got
you
one?
got a question, haven't you?
No, it's about the Reiki.
I've got
Oh,
a
yeah.
biggie.
Oh,
Go on.
Ready?
Go on.
So my husband would like to know, if there's a God, why are babies born disabled? Why do people get things like awful diseases like cancer? Why do bad things happen?
Right, so my answer to this is that throughout history and religion and everything else, we've been led to believe that there's no reincarnation, that there's only one, you get one shot at this shit, you come to Earth and, you know, you're either good or bad and everything else. And I've studied many, many religions and thought about this a lot. And I sort of think to myself, and I've seen people that are like in huge addictions, drugs, drink, you know, prostitution, abuse, and all the rest of it. And I think, well, if we've got a, what are you talking about?
That's her.
Oh. And I have
No comment.
right. And I've seen all that, and I've thought to myself, if our God was a fair God, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, we're using the word God here because that's what our society use. But if what our Creator was a fair Creator, He wouldn't just give us one shot. He would allow us to learn and grow. So reincarnation must be real. So if you believe in reincarnation, the answer to that question is really, really easy, because if we've been here hundreds and hundreds of times, maybe over 1,000 times or more, you know, we'll have every experience of being the poor man, the rich man, the disabled man, the jealous man, the druggie, the drunk, and everything else. And we learn from those experiences. What's up, Charlotte?
She's rammed them all into one lot. Then.
Yeah, but you do, by the time you, at the end of your reincarnations,
Be quiet.
you can empathise between of all of, well, you can have your own opinion, you know what I mean? And I'm ready to
What's your opinion?
hear it.
But it's such a strong question, isn't it? It's such a, I get it, you know, yeah,
Big one.
it's just getting your head around it all, isn't it? Yeah, we are.
So what is it that triggers you about it then?
I think, like you said, we're reincarnated. We come back, our souls come back, don't we? Again and
Because our
again
soul's the big picture.
and
yeah.
again and again. It's just a shame that we can't just come back.
Perfect.
Yes, without the grief, without the.
Yeah, but we do
But
when
you
we're
do.
Christ. When we're Christ consciousness, which is where we're at. As in we're stepping into the Christ conscious, and that's what the second coming of Christ is about. It's stepping into that Christ consciousness of going, we're a human, like we've got a human body and humanization, but we realise that we're more than that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So if you, well, to me it's
I thought you just kept coming back until you'd learned everything that you needed
Yes.
to learn.
Like-
That's
like-
what I thought. That you
Like
came
life's
back-
lessons.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you say if the cancer had killed me, then I would come back and beat the cancer. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I've been here in a former life.
or be less fearful of death, which is where exactly where
Exactly.
you're at now.
Yes, yeah. Because
You
I
didn't-
was before
Yeah.
cancer. I was scared to die.
And you've spoken about your jealousy, and you've overcome that in this lifetime.
I
Like
don't
it
know
lit-
about totally.
well,
Absolutely.
But is that-
compared to where you
Yeah.
were at.
Absolutely. Is that though? Did you overcome that after the cancer?
Yeah, most definitely.
So,
And this past year again.
but it's consumed your life, hasn't it? The
yeah,
jealousy
oh god, yeah, big
side
time.
of thing.
But this past year, I've come to terms with an awful lot. I've faced an awful lot, and the jealousy is the biggest thing.
But can you see how that's a lesson
Yeah,
in your
it
in your
is.
soul
Yeah,
thing?
definitely.
And you can now go, you can clean that karmic wheel up. You can go, right, I've faced it, I've owned it, it's me. You haven't gone and changed the person, have you?
No, I've changed.
Yeah.
You've changed
jealous
it.
of?
Oh, I
God,
I was
marriages
jealous of
before and
everything.
that, yeah.
Everything. I was awful. Absolutely awful. I couldn't even believe that my children loved me, and I was jealous of their relationships with others, you know, and I was jealous of even if my husband looked at another woman, I would go mad.
But your ownership of going, you know, this is my issue, you've
Yeah.
healed it and moved on, haven't you?
Oh, I was dreadful. But now I know that my kids do love me, and I know that my husband loves me, and I know that I'm capable of being loved, because I didn't think I
Worthy.
could be loved. Yeah, and I didn't think I could be loved because of my upbringing and the way I was, that nobody really wanted me, and I didn't think,
Self-love.
and I didn't think that anybody could love me as much as I loved them.
Yeah.
Basically, that's like the crux of the matter, really. But now I do. Now I know.
But can you see how the lesson has been learned
Yeah.
through you owning it and going, this
Yeah.
is me, this is the mirror. They've been mirroring back to me what I believe was true.
Yeah.
And then you've healed that. And through the healing, you're getting something completely different mirrored back.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Taken 63 years.
But you got there.
So you're
64. Sorry, 64. I'm
what was the question you asked?
trying to be younger than I am.
You're 64.
Hot mama, isn't she?
Tara was saying, what was your question again?
Why are babies born disabled and people get bad illnesses and...
Well, people are born disabled anyway, like, you know, they're grown to adults, so babies are obviously born that way or whatever it is. And there's, so can you imagine, you're born disabled, and if you believe in reincarnation, it's just a fragment. So your soul is like billions of years old, yeah? And this tiny little blip in your life of you being disabled is literally a blip. It's like a series on a TV
But
program.
don't you choose to come back like that?
Yeah, you've chosen it.
So you choose
Because you want to
to
learn.
come. Yeah. So yeah.
You want
Yeah,
to
that's what I
learn certain
thought, yeah.
strengths. You want to go, you know what, I want to be vulnerable, and how else can you be vulnerable other than being disabled? Vulnerable and allow people to care for me and you know, do you know what I mean? I've not experienced it, but trying to put myself in those shoes and sort of thinking to myself, well, why would I choose to come to this earth in this lifetime and be disabled or ill or whatever it is? And you've got to bear in mind there's loads and loads to it. There's soul contracts, there's, you know, people
Bus
that
stop
you are,
conversations.
yeah, the bus stop conversations. There's people that also have their own soul journey that they want you to help them with. Maybe in their soul journey they need someone that they need to care for to clear up a karmic cycle
I'd
for
forgotten
them.
about soul journeys. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
You know, so you've got that person that says, you know, in a previous lifetime I was really mean to someone that was disabled or vulnerable, and I need to become a better version of myself in this earthly plane from the soul's perspective. So, and that person's gone, right, well, I need to learn endurance and letting go, and, you know, do you know what I mean? So it just,
Yeah, definitely.
everyone stood there with different life lessons, and it's strengthening the soul and having that's how creation's made. It would be, if everything was perfect, it would be fucking boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If we didn't have
Be
all
nice
these
just for
different
a while,
things.
Yeah, we need different things, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, it can't all be perfect and...
But it is perfect on the other plane.
Yeah.
We come here for the whole experience to go, it's not perfect, but it is perfect
For the
in heaven,
challenges.
what people would call heaven.
Yeah, I think I've had enough challenges now.
Yeah, but perhaps you've finished learning what...
Yeah,
you
maybe we
You're
have.
overcoming them like this, like so fast,
True.
aren't you?
Now I am. Yeah.
Yeah, you are now,
Yeah,
because
now.
you're awake.
It's taken a bloody long time.
Yeah, but what's the only
But-
thing that's happened since that's different?
In the last year, in the year.
Yeah, what has changed
Nothing.
about you?
Oh no, I've
make
changed.
you-
I've changed completely. I'm like,
But one of the only things is you've gone, you know, it's me.
yeah, Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's what's changed it.
Took a look, that dude.
Yeah.
To actually accept who it's me.
I know, it's horrible. I sit in bed like, no one fucking do this. I fucking hate everyone.
Like Saturday.
That's what I say to the boys. What's the common denominator there? Then?
Oh, for fuck's sake, it's me. Fucking motherfucker. That's what I say. Sorry.
It's like I had a row with Rian on Saturday.
Fair now.
Walked out to say his name.
Oh, anyway. Walked out, came back, didn't speak to him, woke up Sunday morning, he gave me a cuddle and I said, I'm sorry, it was me, it was all my fault. And he said, bless him, it's all done now, it's all done and dusted,
But can
we're
you
fine.
see the...
All fine.
Well done.
If that'd been me,
No,
a
because
while back,
yeah, a while back
Yeah,
before
should've
you
gone right.
I'd be like Tasmanian devil.
Yeah, gonna get you.
But can you see how you've been blessed in his reaction to your ownership?
And all I kept saying all on Saturday night was, I'm not apologising, it's not my fault. It was nothing to do with me, it's all him. And all he had to do was come, yeah, it's my fault.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Never gonna do it again.
Yeah. It's never easy, but it is worth it, ownership.
And what you were giving out is what you were getting back.
Yeah, so you're giving out loads of feisty shit, so he was giving it back, and as soon as you surrendered, he surrendered.
Yeah.
Didn't he surrender first?
Give out
Yeah,
love
but you would have
and
said
receive
that.
love.
It's always got to be you first.
Sorry, wasn't it?
You might have not said it.
No, he actually asked me, do you want a cup of coffee?
And you were, yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Have you got questions, Helen?
My question was about the universe, really. It's about, does the universe exist? Does, people on Earth turn around and say, what else exists apart from us? And I don't know. I've always looked out to the stars and gone, there must be something out there.
There must be.
Something more than us.
There can't be just us here.
And I know there are humans out there that never ever look out there, which to me baffles me. I'm like, there must be more to us than this little human
How
experience.
can you not look at those stars and wonder what's beyond them? How can you not?
Yeah.
It's infinite though, isn't it? It blows your mind. It blows my mind.
Yeah, this blows my mind.
Yeah.
This stuff that we're doing.
Yeah,
that
but
blows
don't
my
you
mind
think,
as well.
you look at a star and you think that star's probably dead because it takes so many light years, thousands,
Yeah, it's got to be
millions,
something
is
else.
it? That,
But don't you find it amazing that you can go and visit it?
yeah, what?
You can go and see it in a timeline scientifically, which goes to show that it all exists at once. It's just the only difference is on this earth that we have time and space. So to us, it's like, oh, that's fucking 10 billion years away. But it actually
It's
exists
not,
now.
yeah.
But our minds aren't there to, because we couldn't have a linear experience of this earthly plane without that sort of time and space reality being embedded in us.
And the stars in South Africa and Australia, you feel like you can do this and just touch
They're
them,
right close, aren't they?
aren't they? That you can't get that here. But there, you just feel, and there's so many millions of them. I mean,
Well, the
there's
air's clear, isn't it?
So many. Just, I wish we could get that here. I mean, that is just so beautiful.
I think it's a collective thing, though. I think that because it's a much more outdoorsy lifestyle, and you're just more connected to nature in so many ways. It just seems brighter, whereas we're more enclosed, and that's all. I
You just
think.
feel like you can just touch them. They're just there. Whereas they're a million of miles up there. Here,
I love looking at the stars,
so do I.
and I've often
It's therapeutic, isn't it? Just watching.
There's no
but
way
wondering
we're the only
what's going on.
So, do you believe in aliens?
Ooh.
Oh, now
Thanks for that one. Thanks for that one, Petra. Now you're making me look like the nut job.
I do.
Switch off the
Yeah,
camera.
So do I.
Oh,
I believe there's no fucking way we're the only life form
No,
ever.
that's what I think.
No chance in this universe. No way.
Kit Kat.
How do you break?
We will do in a minute. We've only got literally minutes left.
We get the word absolutely in quite a few times then before the end.
We'll talk about aliens later.
Talk about aliens later on.
Later.
Yeah, so right, we'll wrap this one up for tonight.
I must just say, my lovely daughter-in-law number 2 said to me tonight, "Oh, I think your podcast is going to be really good because Charlotte's in it." She's really funny.
The girl's got
Thanks
sense.
for that.
Thank you very much, yeah. Like her, she's my favourite.
Oh, that's lovely.
What's her name?
Beth.
Oh, I like Beth. She's we're
Yeah,
not allowed
she's
to
good.
say that. We're not
She's
allowed to
good.
say
Love
that.
Beth.
You're
No,
not
no,
allowed
no.
to say, Ben.
Alright, not allowed to say it because she likes me, I like her.
We
Again.
like the
We
second
love her.
daughter-in-law. Right, so thank you for watching us, guys.
Yes.
And if you have any questions that you want to send in, then please do, and we will answer them as best we can. And it's all about love and joy. And
And have a great week until next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have
Have a
good
good
one.
week, everyone.
Yeah, have a
Bye.
lovely week.
See you then. Love
See
you all.
ya.